Wait. Hold on here. Is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes, it is.
It's the barbershop.
Yes.
Wait, I mean, we can't talk street in the barbershop. Then where can we talk street? We can't talk street nowhere else. You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation. That's all.
You gotta tell Rosa Park down.
It ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop. You know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
Why you gotta tell?
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, some losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Barbershop. We are in here tonight. If you're here for the first time, hit the like button, subscribe button, go ahead and hit the share button to 2 people you like and 1 person you don't. Also, make sure if you want to give to the channel, the Cash App is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. If you want to give a super chat, you can definitely do that too at the bottom. Now that we got that out the way, we got a great show tonight. We're going to watch some videos. We're going to dissect some things that are going on in our community. But before we do that, I want to get my brother from another mother, the co-host of everything that I do here at the Black Man Unfiltered Network, my brother all the way from Bama. Give it up for yours truly. Lit is in the building tonight. What's going on, Lost in Translation?
What's happening, brother?
Oh man, nothing much, man. It's good to see you. Good to see you, brother. How you been
Good
today?
to be seen, man. Good to be seen. Look at you. Wow, why would I don't know? What's happening,
I do what I can, man. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. What you got going on?
Mighty healthy over there, brother. What's happening, man? What you been doing, man?
I mean, I'm glowing a little bit. I mean, some good things may be going on for me right now, Doc.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Hey, I see you going too, though.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Who done went live in your life? I don't know.
Look here, man. You know how it is, man.
I don't know, man. Talk to me.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta,
Yes, sir. Hey,
yes,
listen,
sir.
man. Hey, we got a good show tonight, man. Her happiness is built on your misery. You were never her first choice. What do you think about that? What do you think about that title, Doc? Talk to me.
You know what? Here's the thing. If she ain't your first choice, you might well gonna send her back.
Man, come on now.
Might as well, man. Might as well. If she got to choose between you and somebody else, you might well gonna let her choose somebody else, man. Get the other people.
Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching right now, if you want to come up tonight, the link is at the top of the chat. Come on in. Make sure your camera's on. We'd love to have you in the barbershop tonight. Ladies, if you want to come in and sit in the barbershop and learn a little something, get your pen and paper out, you're welcome to come on board as well and have a conversation tonight. We'll let y'all in here tonight if you want to come as well. All right, pause. All right. So, man, let's look. There's a lot I've heard a lot of people. I've heard a lot of podcasts. I've heard a lot of people talking about, women talking about their happiness, and men just can't be happy. They don't want you to be happy.
That's funny you should mention that.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a live today. Homegirl Miller, she was talking about she got to have a man with a little low self-esteem. So she know how to jab him in case he get out of line. He can't be too perfect. You know what I'm saying? He got to have some balled up feet or something. She can talk about his toes. You know what I'm saying? Keep him in line. They got to have something on you, man. You know how it is.
It's bad, man. And so I want to go through some of these videos tonight, man, because I got some in here. And I want to go through each one of them, man. I think each one of them are a branch of the tree that men have to just sit. Men are just sitting as a tree, and their limbs are these videos on some of the things that men hear, or some of the things that we have to absorb as men. And we'll break them down. We'll talk about it. I'm gonna put this one up first, and we can talk about this one. But first of all, we'll talk about. I heard a lot of women, especially these women out here who are gung ho women. I forgot the young lady's name who. Not fake Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, but the other one. I keep forgetting her name. Fun, something, whatever.
Yeah.
But she was talking about the feminist movement was a sham. It was fake. All right. Before we move forward, man, we got Curtis Moore. My brother, ain't seen you in a minute, man. Man, we are back, brother. Appreciate you, man. Curtis Moore is back in the building. He said, "What's good, BMU Nation? Been away for a long time. Looking forward to a good show tonight." Absolutely, man. Curtis, we appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the love and everything you give to the channel, my guy. I really appreciate you, man. All right. Let me give him a little something before we keep going. Let me see.
Drop a little something.
Yeah, a little something right there. Hold on just a second. I got something for him. Let's see. What I want to do. I'll give him this one.
Whatever you want, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Oh, whatever you need, then nothing I won't do. Whatever you want, my heart belongs to you. I say whatever you need.
All right, man. I appreciate that $20, man. Appreciate it, guys. If you want to give just like Curtis gave, man, to support the channel, please do so, man. I appreciate everything you do. It does show appreciation for the channel and all the hard work that we put into this channel over here, and that shows appreciation. So I really appreciate you guys. All right, man. So the first video I want to pull up here is from a lady talking about the feminist movement. That's why I was going with it. And this is what she had to say.
If you're a feminist, you should only be eating pussy. I hate feminists because why would you still allow niggas to come, cum, and leave? If you're a feminist, you should only be eating pussy. You shouldn't even like dick, bitch. You shouldn't have no motherfucking sons, and you shouldn't need a nigga to do anything for you. Not change your tire, not change your oil, not pump no motherfucking gas, nothing. A nigga shouldn't be able to do anything for you if you're a motherfucking feminist, bitch. Do everything on your own. Bitch, you a motherfucking feminist. Shouldn't no niggas be holding the door for you? You got this. What, bitch? Your house is on fire? If it ain't no fire woman pulling up, let that motherfucker burn to the ground. You bitches hate men so much, but guess where you originated from, bitch? A nigga's balls.
Lost in translation, what are your thoughts?
You know what I'm saying, man. That's right, man. They should have been talking shit, Every day you wake up, man, somebody on this app holler about they hate men, even down in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was cooking with really good grease. That wasn't great value grease right there.
Right.
That was definitely Crisco.
Right.
But I appreciate that. Now I'm gonna go to the chat over here. Our Payne said, "No lies told." Our Payne, we waiting on you, Doc. We waiting on you, man. Put your clothes back on. I know you're using there stroking. At 65 years old, I know it take you at least 45 minutes to put one leg in your drawers. But let's go. I appreciate it. Emily says, "I really wish that I could come fart on you guys." That's crazy.
That's wild, man. We got us a new troll, but that's all right. We appreciate our troll.
Curtis Moore said, "Damn, she cooking with Crisco." I know that's right, Curtis. I know that's right. She was cooking, man. I agree. I agree completely. I believe that if you're a feminist, you shouldn't be asking men for nothing. Don't call AAA. Don't call the police. Don't call the fire department. Don't call the plumber. Don't call the foundation people when your foundation shift in your house. Don't call the maintenance people at your apartment complex. Don't call nobody. Anything that has to do with me.
You can call your girlfriends, gonna pick up that couch, refrigerator, stove, all of
Yeah, when you need that couch picked up, tell them to come help you.
See how that be like. You know what I'm saying?
and see what happens. I agree with her. Do you see anything wrong with what she said?
I don't see absolutely nothing wrong with it. You know, it's wild, man. The people that sit up there and they will stand on their square and come out on the internet and say some foolishness like that every day, all day. You know, I don't understand it, man. I don't understand. I'm like, what they got into you?
Yeah, and that's our icebreaker for tonight. Now, I really want to get into the show title, man. Her happiness is built on your misery. You were never first choice. Like, man, there are some situations, man, out here where, you know, women have been dating men or playing. Right. You know, we talked about this for years on this show. You know, women go play in there. We talked to Anissa about this. So hopefully Anissa's watching and she'll chime in a second. But we talked about even when you're young, you played in your teens, of course, had your little boyfriends. When you got in your 20s, you were in college, or you were not in college, either or. But in Anissa's case, she was in college. Y'all playing the game, playing the field, having sex with this guy, right?
Right.
Hopping from bedroom to bedroom, dorm room to dorm room, back seat to back seat, backwoods to backwoods, side of the road to side of the road, all these different things. Then you get in your 30s and you start to see your body start to change a little bit. You get a little bit more tired, a little bit more sleepy. You can't go out like you used to. You get in your 40s. And then now you're saying, damn, you know, I may have a little premenopause here going into your 50s and then your 60s. I saw Jill Scott the other day talking about, I just don't want people in my circle. I just saw, what's the girl's name? Taraji P. Henson did an interview and said that she just want a man to come over and smash her and leave now because she's in her 50s. You know, she knows that she's at the end of her journey. She said that she don't want the man to leave nothing at her house and leave nothing in her dresser, leave no clothes over there. She want him to get his shit and get out. To come have fun and get out.
We're gonna see how long that hold up when she get up there when it come nursing home time.
Well, she's 56. So if we're looking at Taraji being 50, almost 60 years old, I mean, these are the games you're still going to play, Taraji, because you still want to have this mindset. But we'll see, because I think 60 is the mark when they really wake up. Vivica Fatface Fox, she woke up, didn't she? Vivica Fatface Fox woke up and said, I'm 60 now, I want a man. And all I want him to do is let me go shopping whenever I want to go shopping. But now I'm ready for commitment. I mean, I saw Roxy the other day. Was it Roxy?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think it was Roxy. It was the other one. But that was on Fox Soul. What was her name?
I don't know. I don't keep up with them, man.
Yeah. She was on talking the same shit, talking about, oh, well, now I know that I'm 50 and I can't move forward. And I really want to be in a relationship. And I know now that I can't have kids. And I know, listen. And now you see all these women. I was looking at Chili from TLC. Jesus Christ, this is a prime example.
Still picking men from Chili. The list. Have you seen her list? Man, she got about like 100 things on her list and still ain't found that man yet.
Bro, she in her 20s, she was playing, throwing that thing from the free throw line with everybody wanted. 30, right. She was playing even more. 40, playing even more. Now she's in her 50s. She settled with some white guy. You seen him?
No,
she settled. This man would have never been her first choice.
But my thing is, I thought they always said they weren't gonna settle, man.
Yeah, that's what they say.
You know, I don't have to settle. You know, all the way to 60. How about they don't want to settle?
Yeah, she settled for sure.
It's too late now. Ain't nothing you can do about that.
There ain't nothing you can do about it.
Nope, not a doggone thing.
Yep. So it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, and I believe for a fact that now we're dealing with a situation where women get to the point where they're just settling. They're settling for everything. They're settling for just anybody. Right. You know, all the women, just think about all the women you went to school with that look decent, who were 10s in school, and now they're -3s.
Yeah.
What do you see them with? That you look and be like, what? I have an aunt like that right now. I have an aunt like that right now. I always wanted the handsome guy, the bald head guy, the chocolate guy, the tall guy. And now she settled for a nigga that's 5'3" with a soprano voice and no teeth in the front.
Right. Working down at the FedEx. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I met the nigga. He said, I'm about to say, man, come on, see me. What's up, man? Oh, yeah. I said, damn, I know back in the day when my aunt was in her 20s, she would have never chosen this nigga.
Right. But now that's all that's left. You know, that's all that's left on the shelf, baby.
Bro,
you know?
And that's what's happening right now. Women have woke up. Some of them know it's too late. Some of them know that their bodies have been through so much pounding and they've been fucked by so many men that they know for a fact that it's over for them. And they know how hard it's going to be for them to find somebody that they want. And so what they do is they cling on to the first nigga that'll love them or the first nigga that'll be with them because they know they failed in life. And that's why you're seeing a influx of 50-year-old, 60-year-old women, 50, 45-year-old women, women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s now are saying, hell no, I don't want to die alone. I need to find me a man. And now I got to find me a man who's going to accept me from all this road miles I got on me. And he got to accept me for all these kids I had from different dudes. He got to accept me for all the things, the freaky, nasty, drawn out, dumb shit that I've done in my life. He got to accept me. Well, I'm telling you, this is what's happening. And now they want acceptance. They want acceptance. Please accept me. I know I've done some things in my past that I shouldn't have done. And I know that I've had sex with 843 men, but I promise.
I'm on my healing journey. You're always on some journey.
I'm on my healing journey. God is really in my life. I'm worshiping God right now, and God is really moving in my life. And I don't want to throw this pussy anymore. I don't want to give it up to everybody. I don't want to have dudes ejaculating me 3-4 times a week, and I have to carry his spirit and his soul in my body for the rest of my life. I don't want to do it anymore. Can you please accept me and all the niggas that live inside my soul? That's what's happening. And now you got to deal with her, all the niggas' personalities that's inside of her, then you got to deal with the kids because the kids got the same personalities from all the niggas. It's bad. It's bad. But hey, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. If you can find a man that's going to accept you.
You know what the reality is?
What's that?
That's it. You ain't getting nothing.
Nothing. Now we're gonna go to the chat real quick because we like to keep y'all involved. And thank you guys for being here tonight. If you're watching right now, hit the like button. That is free. Hit the like button. Let me know that you're and also get in the comments and let me know what you think. But right here, we're looking at dreamer, not sleeper. She said, what about men? Well, let's reverse this real quick. So we'll do this for her, lost in translation. She said, we'll say his happiness was built on your misery. You were not his first choice. I don't know too many men. Sometimes men will go their entire life and never get the woman that they want.
Men don't settle.
Men
don't settle, player.
So can you explain that to her, please?
Well, here's the thing. If you're going to get something, you're going to get what you really want. You might as well stay by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Why would you pay for something and take up some issues with somebody who you really don't want, somebody you don't like? Men don't settle. They're the ones that's buying. They're not the buyees, they're the buyers. So if you're going to buy, guess what? You're going to get what you want, or you're just going to leave it alone. But it's always the women that's complaining because their survival is usually tied into the man anyway, whether they want to admit it or not. And even if it's not tied into their survival, they still want to spend his money and not hers. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna be real about it, you know, and that's how it is.
Well, let me say this too then. What about when it comes to the prophet Kevin Samuels? He says, what is it that holds value? I remember you could say it in a better way than I'm about to say.
What gains value with use in time and age?
There we go. Now there
you go.
Say it again.
It said, what gains value with use in time?
Nothing.
Exactly.
So you go put that thing, you take that vagina through a vigorous 15, 20 years. And then you expect the new guy to come in and suck it, fuck it, flip it, and do all these different things to it. Mm-hmm. Right. And you got so many bodies that is blocking you from connecting with the man that you really want to be with.
And you know, the sad part about it is,
Mhm.
in certain cases, you can get away with that, but they mouth won't let them win.
Yep.
Every time they open their mouth, it always work against them. You know, every time you look up, they on the internet talking about, I don't want to deal with a man and this, that, and the other, and I'd rather choose the bear. And you know what? You saw what happened over the last couple of years. Dudes like, go on, pick the bear in. You know, guys stop asking women out to dates. They ain't going on to these speed dating no more. They just a whole bunch of clubs.
Ain't nobody showing
women.
up. I was just talking
ladies'
to
night
Mary
is every night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, men just not showing up. They're not.
No. These men taking their money, put it in crypto, getting rich, getting Lambos, and going by their business. You know what I'm saying? They ain't
Look,
thinking
Dreamer
about
said,
that.
Dreamer, not Sleeper says, seriously, I haven't seen this level of pathetic. Hey, listen.
When was the last time she looked in the mirror?
Come on, talk to me. Come on now. Come on. I'm not trying to even hear what she's saying because she know we in line.
Exactly.
That's why my grandmother always said, hit dog will holler.
Exactly.
Get on, hide now. Hide. Duck now. We coming. We shooting tonight.
That's right.
But at the same time, man, I believe that, man. And now men have to culture themselves to becoming acceptors of bad behavior.
I don't think guys put it up with no money. They not. I
don't
don't see too many guys. Matter of fact, you don't really see too many guys complaining anymore. It's just like, yeah, we done. We done. Even the passport guys, it's like, we're done. You know what I mean? We've already talked. I mean, if the pandemic didn't teach you anything, if the economy got turned twice over, ain't teach you anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
What else we got to say? Ain't nothing else to say. You know, good luck and Godspeed to you. You know, hope everything works out to you. Hope it works out for you.
And we got Prince in here tonight. Thank you, man, for being here, my brother. He said greetings and salutations. What's going on, my guy? We got let's see here. We have what is this? Malachi says these 3 or 4 demonic females are cooked.
It's done. Put a fork in them, bro.
Yep, our
that generation gone, bro. They gone.
Yeah, man. But then now what's going to happen is the level of what's the word I'm looking? The level of manipulation is about to increase by 43%.
But it ain't
because what's going to happen is women are not going to be honest anymore. They're not going to tell you that they slept with 33 niggas before they start talking to you. They're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you that they got slutted out. They're not going to tell you these things because they want to have a healthy relationship, and so they'll go to their grave with it. They'll die with this information inside of them.
You know, guys really don't care no more. It's just like whatever, you know.
Yep.
I ain't finna marry you no way. The court system ain't in my favor.
Absolutely.
Even though the tides are changing now. But guys are still not getting married. It's like, for what? Even if it's fair, it's not worth their time. You know, it's bad for your health.
And I want you to hear this.
One of the toughest things any man has ever done is turn down a nice piece of willing, steaming ass piece of pussy.
Jesus Christ.
Ladies and gentlemen, our pain.
What's going on?
In the building.
Our pain, what's going on, man? Listen.
I hear you guys talking, man.
What's happening, man?
Our pain. Listen, bro. You know, I think that saying that you said that a man ain't gonna turn down a nice piece of steaming ass piece. If he's not, and you should have left that background up there because everything was fire. I think that thing was fire.
It's nice. I was just going to talk. My head is like going in and out, but if it's good enough for Coach Ferg, I could do it too.
Absolutely. So my thing is this. Coach Ferg, I mean not Coach Ferg, but our pain. I think that saying that you said men turning that down, they're not turning that down no more.
Well, what do you mean?
I'm sorry. They are turning it down now. Men are like waking up. They're like, I don't want to do that.
Well, what I'm saying is that, like you said, when I say, you know, men have to, you know, settle or something, I said, no, men don't. That's why I said, no, they don't. But as far as my saying, the second part to that is that once you actually cross that Rubicon of knowing how to turn down some box, you're a new man.
Yeah.
The first time you do it, and you survive it, you're still alive. You're a new man. You know, you say, "Holy shit, I can actually turn this shit down."
Yep.
And then you start looking at it a whole lot differently And that's when that discernment starts kicking in. You know what? That looks good, but if I hit it, man, there's a life of misery coming after that shit.
Absolutely, brother. And I want to say this too, because one of the things that the great prophet Kevin Samuels also said, he was talking about women who said, "Well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for my man. I'm going to wait." And now my thing is this.
Sale.
I agree with this. If you've been out here having sex since you was 14, 15, 16, 18, 19 years old, and you're in your late 20s, early 30s, or 40s, or 50s, and you talking about waiting, ma'am, fuck it. You're already going to hell anyway. You can give that. You got to give that man some pussy. Listen, because if you don't, let me tell you why it's important. Because why would you make a man wait to have sex with you when that coochie has probably it doesn't have any more warranty left on it? It's out of warranty. That 3-year, 36, 5-year, 100,000 powertrain is gone.
That thing need new timing belt.
Of course, you're right, but listen. If you elevate that same thing, right, and a woman who's been through the ringer, and she's got a guy she really likes, let's say she's 30 something, she's got a kid or two, whatever, and her life has been really fucked up. Okay, so if we're Christians, we believe in redemption, but that chick, if she goes to the man that she actually likes and she wants to have relationships, and she pulls that shit, I want to not have sex, and he's seeing kids running around, you was a whore, then she's being dishonest. She should say, listen, I want to have sex with you. You know my life in the past, but every time I just give it up, the guy seems to disappear. I'm really nervous. If she's honest with the guy on why she might want to withhold, and give him the choice of saying, you know what, maybe I'll withhold this with you now that I know you're being honest with me for some time. But, he could either tell her, listen, I might be banging somebody out there because I got to get my nut off. But, I could wait for you. But understand, don't be putting no other governors on me since you going through your little celibacy. That I'm not under test. You are. And then, but as long as she's honest, when a woman when a whore tells a man that you're the only one not to get any, how does that shit work?
It don't.
And also,
I mean, especially if she's not being honest about why she's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Give the guy a choice. Don't be just withholding it and he's paying and spending time and shit. And if he makes a choice to stay with you while you go through this little journey, I don't know.
So R-Pain, you was here when they built the Titanic, so you've been here a while. So I want to ask you this question: What's some of the lies that you think a whore tells a man when they get together?
You know what?
Give us a list of lies that you would hear.
I mean, that's a good one, man. I don't know, man. I haven't. God, first of all, since I'm a man who hasn't really frequented a lot of whores.
Yeah, come on now.
I don't know.
Talk to Barbershop.
Talk to me, R-Pain.
I really don't. But that's one of them, though. When they play this bullshit, so I don't know what they would say, if they would say anything. I mean, I just pity a man who's with a woman who doesn't know that she's moving. She's moved before. Like I would say, maybe it's not what she says. It's what she does. I'm only joking.
So what about the gaslighting?
If you have sex with a woman, right?
Yeah. And
she doesn't want to cuddle afterwards. She's just getting up and wiping up. She's going out the door. She's had a lot of lovers before. No detachment. No attachment at all. Shit, whatever oxytocin she has, that shit's gone. It's burnt out. She get up and she don't only get up and she's wiping her coochie on the way out the door. I mean, come on. Remember in Boomerang when the chick when she left him and I don't know if she put money on the table. What's my girl's name?
Yeah, she left him with $40 on the
$40.
Yeah, and he pulled the covers up over him like he felt
violated.
That shit's so funny. If she does that to you, that shit was funny as hell.
Yeah.
It was a role reversal like a motherfucker.
So Lawson Translate, I'm gonna ask you the same question. What do you think that a list of things that of ex whore or a lady of the evening or a lady that a promiscuous woman, what gaslighting things that you think that she would say to a man?
You know, it's always the last time she did something. You know what I mean? She always say, well, you know, it's been about 6 months or it's been about 2 years. It's one of the two. It ain't never nothing else. It's either 6 months or 2 years. And you think I'm lying, ask him and see what happened. It's always one of them two. You know what I mean? Like, what happened to the last guy? Oh, it just didn't work out. We didn't see eye to eye, but you let him hit though. You know? You let him hit.
I think one of the worst things in the world is that your man don't need to. If your man do know, if she's honest about her past, whatever, you better not at any circumstance do anything for it better not get to the point where he's done more for that last man than she's doing for you currently.
Oh yeah.
Well, I have one for you, BMU. If you got a woman and she has a baby by a man before you, she's already done the most she could ever do for a man.
Yep.
You know, so it's downhill from there.
Yep. They'll be quick to tell you
that woman already gave the greatest gift to some asshole before she met you.
Yeah. They'll be quick to tell you, I'm not gonna have no more kids. Well, what am I hang out with you for? You know?
No.
What's the point? You ain't trying to build no family, you ain't trying to have no kid. What's the point? At that point, you should just be negotiating $20 and $40 at a time, you know?
But what if they freakiness is a part of their trauma that they don't want to relive? Like what think about it. Think about it, Lost. You think about it, you got your girl and she say, you like, hey babe, you know, tonight I'm gonna put this, you know, this wood in your mouth. Or I'm gonna hit you like this, or we're gonna go outside and have sex behind the trash can or something. And she tell you, you know, I don't do that no more, or I don't want to do that, or they make me feel some type of way when I did it back in the day. And so, you know, I'm a new woman now, I don't want to do that anymore. And that's something that you really want to do. What's happening? What do you want to say?
I'm gonna tell you, this is what you need to do. You better get back to doing what you need to do. Or you got to take that somewhere else. I'm not finna sit here and wait on you to ruminate. You know.
Well, let me tell you something. Now, I heard D.L. Hughley do a joke years ago when he said his wife did that to him, and he said, "Hey, whoa, listen." He said, "I need you to be that hoe you was before we got together." He said that's what he told her. I need you to give me that same shit. Now, when you was acting like a hoe back in there, I need that. So, I mean, I guess it's to each his own. All right, so I'm going through these.
Well, see, but it's man. How many times have I told you fucking guys up here that when I had that conversation with my wife when she's my fiance, I told her I don't know, I don't give it. You know, I don't care what you did, that little whatever love life she had. I said, but if you learn some shit, I better get that. You know, how many times have I said that shit? I said that shit plenty of times. If you learn some shit out there, I better get that shit too. That's
you better lay that razzmatazz on you, ain't that right?
Yeah. I mean, what the hell? If my yardstick was you had to be a virgin, I'm not joking with myself. I have no idea what she did in a sexual encounter with any other body, even if she had one body or 10. She didn't have 10. She didn't move like that. But even one body could do a lot of could do a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm just saying, if I'm gonna accept you the way you are, and you know some shit, man, don't be holding back because we married.
So R-Pain, you was here when they invented baseball. So let me ask you this: so how many? Is too many, R-Pain? Back in the day, just go back to 1975, 1980.
You know, I mean, here's the thing. I wasn't counting even back then, man. I just think the guys and the fellas I was with, you know, we never had this conversation. You know, all the guys I know who got married, we never sat around and had this conversation about body count. I think a lot of men just realized, because remember now, there was a whole bunch of daddies back then and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I know men weren't really as crazy and concerned, because here's the thing. There was, even women who had sex or a boyfriend or two, we still was able to discern a woman who had a boyfriend or two from the whores. It was a lot easier.
Yeah. But you can't do that now.
That's what I'm saying. But
you can't tell the difference.
It was almost 40 years ago. I'm talking about now. I mean, I was talking about back. You asked me back then.
Oh, yeah, back then.
Well, let me ask you, is there a difference?
Between then? Oh, hell yeah. Now, yeah. I mean, you could back then. I'm just trying to tell you, back then in America, men weren't we weren't like really clamoring for a virgin. I'm not going to get married unless I find a virgin. None of the fellas around the block spoke like that.
Yeah, it was a nice
You
to
know,
have, but,
so here's my thing. I mean, in my whole sexual career, I only had one girl that was a virgin. And I was surprised by that. You know? And, you know, I felt honored. Shit. You know, but how many virgins? I mean, how many virgins do guys run into?
Shit.
Even back in the 1980s.
They got to start somewhere.
Yeah, Mr.
Somebody out there doing something.
Mr. Bennett.
You would count them on one hand.
Yeah.
Mr. Bennett, right?
Well, I'm saying the truth of the matter is they got to start somewhere.
No, that's true. But I think they started a lot. I mean, if they started, they might have started earlier. Like I told you, I think the genesis of women having a lot of sex was back in the 60s when they had the revolution. But when their mothers started putting teenagers on a birth control pill for maintenance.
Right.
It's a tacit way of telling them, this is for you. It's supposed to clear up acne and all this shit. Nobody knew about the hormonal changes. And the girls were on it for protection because their parents put them on it. But it also told those girls, because they're not dummies, we could fuck with impunity.
Yep.
You know, so that's when it started. But I mean, I think women were a little bit more, they were a little bit more guarded about their virtue, much more guarded.
Reputation too, you know.
In today's time, though, guys, you can't tell the difference. Like a good woman is dressed like a whore. And even if she is a good woman, perception is reality. So if you go to an outing somewhere, she could be a really nice girl, not really out there bad, not a whore. But when you look at how she's dressing with her ass out, titties out, you know what I'm saying, stomach out, pussy out, titties out, you can't tell the difference no more.
They got on the uniform, as Dave Chappelle say.
Right. You definitely got on the uniform.
But let me ask you, maybe I know, Lit, you're not married, but there's reasons why men are not getting married today, right? I mean, but the fact is, I don't know if the rank and file man is not getting married to these women today because of the fact that they've been fucking. I just think it's because it's just a bad deal.
Not only that, in my opinion, it's the disrespect, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Man.
Okay, so that's well, I mean, if you know she's in the area, you know that she's been around all your boys. I mean, what I'm saying is, what's the biggest factor on guys are not really cleaving to these women? Is it because they have a lot of sex, or is it because they're really disrespectful from feminists?
Bro, I didn't even think about this.
Yeah.
But Antoine got a point right here. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, you'd be surprised the number of women that'll take it in the back door to preserve her virginity.
Oh, that's mostly white women too, though, right?
That's some white women.
Yeah, because I mean, I think the black women are just starting to get trained up on this. This is not a black woman thing, man. I told now it is, but before, man, for all the freaky shit, it was just all the white women, man, and the sisters just But he's right, man.
Yeah. So, thank you for the $5 super chat. So, speaking of that, I want to play this video, and you tell me, is this the type of woman that you would marry after she's been delivered? Okay.
A gangbang, and out of all the time to go do a gangbang, and out of all the times I've never heard him say no shit like that. It made me the wettest shit I've ever in my life, because he literally, before I walked out the door, was like, "Don't take a shower there," and I was like, "What?"
That was not me.
That was not him. No, it wasn't. It wasn't him. This is before him. And I said, "What?" He said, "Because I want you to." He said, "Because he had been learning how to accept what I was doing. It's something that he didn't do all the time. You know what I mean? He knew my safety and my concern for him. He knew I wasn't dirty. He knew I was tested and clean and all that. So it was a fantasy of him getting his masculinity within our relationship, of saying he wanted to be the last one that came in me. It didn't matter whether or not that was a cream pie or not. He just knew that I was giving it up to 5 people at one time, and he wanted to come home and give that to me one last time, and then like breathe that into me and look me in my eye when I do that. And I was like, how the shit I ever? Oh my goodness! And I was like, yo, it's like, what do you mean? And I went to set, and that was one of that still gets talked about, because I was in there there laughing. Like, you would have thought I was possessed by the sex demon. Because I was in there, like, squirting, like, yeah, let's get that. It was like that. Because he literally said, come home in one piece.
Yeah.
Bruh.
R-Pain, clip that, because R-Pain, talk to me. You was talking big 2 minutes ago.
Listen, man.
Are you gonna date this one?
No, what I'm saying is that's the kind of chick that if you can't tell this chick was for the streets, then you deserve everything you get. There's no way she could hide it. I mean, the way this chick moved, you know that this shit was like regular shit for her, man. How could anybody get down on one knee and marry that fucking chick? You know, I don't care. I mean, but
stop, but hold on. What's the difference between her publicly saying it and the woman that never says it?
You have one conversation with that woman, and you know she was a fucking whore. Have a conversation. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You listen. It's a tough game, right? For a man to discern whether the woman he's courting was a big ass freak before and that you didn't know. That's why almost sometimes asking for body count. One, when we all know that the woman's gonna lie, even the ones you love the most, right? Because and what they count and how they count and all that shit. You got to figure out how they move. And here's my thing: if we all have a feeling that we are some kind of spiritual creatures as well, we have a spirit side to ourselves, you should be able to discern just a little bit. It's not 100%, but you got to be able to discern just a little bit whether your girl had a couple of encounters or she was in the back of the bleachers, like drinking fucking milkshakes all day long, man, for the football team. How do you hide that shit? How do you hide the trauma that comes out of women giving all that shit up? It's going to manifest itself in some way, shape, form, or fashion. That's why all the bitches are 30 years old on all kinds of drugs. They're all fucking crazy. And it all can get pointed down. It all gets pointed back to the tip of a man's dick. Every trauma a woman has, at some point or other, when you have the conversation, somebody's dick was involved. I'm not talking about the sexual assault. I'm just talking about the regular chick. Right?
Now,
I mean, just think about it. We're on social. I mean, and here we're on social media, YouTube, TikTok. All these bitches talking about how bad it is. It always is centered around a man's fucking dick. All of it. I want to dissent to men. Why? Because I had so much dick. I'm tired of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the 4B movement. Why? Man, the fucking guys ain't shit. Oh, the guy has to make $1 million fucking dollars. Why? Because if the guy can't pay for the pussy, then why am I giving it to him? Every trauma that all these women have is around a man's Johnson.
Loss? I mean,
bro. Every time I hear a woman talk like that, I can just imagine a woman walking down the street, dragging her coochie on a chain down the street, getting scarred up, banged up, blistered, you know what I'm saying? And then she handed over to you like it's something special.
Dude,
and put it on a pedestal like it's a great pussy liar. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, Lost. That's what I'm talking about. Stop right there. That's pause parenthetically right there for a second. You just gave the best analogy I've heard in a year. She's dragging her pussy down the street with a chain, and it's getting banged up and beat up. And when she finally been bruised up, and when she finally find you, she'll pick it up off the ground and say, "This worth
it." Want you to nurse this shit back down.
Yeah,
nurse this shit back down.
And put it up on the pedestal too.
You gotta clip that. We gotta clip that. Look, boss. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get through it again and breathe. Because I imagine this in my head. She's walking down the street. Come on, we're gonna clip this. Walking down the street. Her pussy is on a chain. She's dragging it, and it's getting beat up and banged up and bruised up. I want to make sure I get it right. Bruised up. And soon as she get to you, and now let's break this down. The street is considered all the other niggas.
Yes.
And why it's hitting up against the street, getting banged up, beat up, and bruised up. She finally go through the projects, and at the end of the road, there's a huge mansion, which is the good man.
Right.
She picked the pussy up off the ground and knocked at the door.
That's funny.
And she say, "Here, it's worth everything. It's yours, Daddy. What you want to do with it?"
Ladies and gentlemen, JT in the
building. JT, you come in at the right time, brother. Pause. Boy, this damn Lost in Translation got me in tears. Listen. Law said, you were trying to get it together. Law said, she take her pussy, put it on a chain, she drag it down the street, and the street just bang it up, and bruise it up. And then when she get to you, she take it off the tree and she present it to you like it's something special.
Get the nursing back to hell.
Like it's so freaking.
She wants
I don't want no reason. Right.
Oh,
that shit ain't even, it ain't even refurbished.
Refamished.
I swear to God, he got me in crying over. I got tears, boy.
As is.
Lost, you ain't gonna never leave that down, boy.
He said they banged that shit up, kicked it out of the street.
You got some super chats there.
Yeah, man.
I'm finna read them. Curtis said, "Thank you for the $1.99 super chat, Curtis." He said, "Bro, what the hell did I just watch?" I know I said the same thing. Big Ant 1171 $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. He said, "BMU, why every time I see Pain, he's talking about doing something nasty? Someone check on him." All right, and we got Curtis Moore again, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, "Didn't hit about 500 speed bumps along the
way." Traffic cones, you know, potholes. Street sand and salt all over. You know.
Sand, salt, mud. Yeah,
bro, I want to ask y'all a question. What made me think about this? Have y'all ever seen a movie with Samuel L. Jackson called Black Snake Moan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember when he tied her up with that chain, bro? Yeah, that's what made me laugh. The same thing. Yep. Oh my God.
That was a weird
twitching, you know.
That was. But yeah, man, that's what we dealing with, man. Hey, every time
set up with that chain, talking about you gonna mind me.
Yeah. next Friday we gotta do a show about that. Next Friday we're gonna the coop on the chain. We gotta talk about it next Friday. But welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. JT's in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, fellas?
What's happening, man?
Ooh, boy. JT, did you get a chance to hear it? Oh, hold on. Let me see what this person said. So let me see. How many American women stuck on their baby fathers? What they don't understand, there's so many countries that honor their men, honor and obey. Do they understand those 3 words? Oh, shit. You can get out of it.
Yeah, forget it.
Rest in peace, Brittany Murphy. I know that's right. So listen, JT, did you see the video?
I didn't.
Run it back for the cardio, man.
Oh, man.
Here we go.
Do a gangbang. And out of all the times I've never heard him say no shit like that. It made me the wettest shit I've ever in my life, because he literally, before I walked out the door, was like, "Don't take a shower there." And I was like, what?
That was not me.
That was not him. It wasn't him. This is before him. And I said, what? He said, because I want you to, he said, because he had been learning how to accept what I was doing. It's something that he didn't do all the time. You know what I mean? He knew my safety and my concern for him. He knew I wasn't dirty. He knew I was tested and clean and all that. So it was a fantasy of him getting his masculinity within our relationship of saying he wanted to be the last one that came in me. It didn't matter whether or not that was a cream pie or not. He just knew that I was giving it up to 5 people at one time, and he wanted to come home and give that to me one last time, and then like breathe that into me and look me in my eye when I do that. And that was the hottest shit I ever. Oh my goodness! And I was like, yo, it's like, what do you mean? And I went to set, and that was one of that still gets talked about because I was in there laughing like you would have thought I was possessed by the sex demon because I was in there like squirting like, yeah, let's get that. It was like that because he literally said come home in one piece.
Yeah.
And this is her husband next to her now, right?
Yeah.
And she's telling that story. Man, this
JT at JT, she's the perfect description of a Barack rat. Barrack rat, yeah. Man, listen, bro.
Yeah, Barrack's rats, they do that. Yeah.
Bruh. What are your thoughts, man?
Disgusting, man.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just 100% disgusting.
It's disgusting.
I think one of the worst things that a man could ever do is to sit down and talk about the escapades, the sexual escapades of a woman that they're with now. That's just fucking disgusting. Nasty bitch. That shit is just disgusting, bro. I mean, just think about it. I was just having this conversation with my mama. I think our biggest problem. No, I'm going to tell you the conversation. I'm telling you the conversation.
Go ahead.
I had a conversation with the thing about why these women are just running amok. And it has nothing to do with the men that they're dating. It has everything to do with their father. That lack of having a father that's actually doing the job, the fatherly job, is man, that shit, the absence of that, man, it shows that's what you got. That woman that you just showed is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, no doubt.
And all the men that dealt with her is 100% disgusting. And for her to sit there and talk about a man in the past with the man that she's now with shows how disgusting that nigga is. That shit is crazy to me. That is some crazy shit right there. And they just sitting there and laughing and hee and ha with her. That shit just, man, I couldn't do it, dog.
JT, hold on now. Because now that you're here, I have part 2 to this, but we're going to go across the country in your part of the woods in Detroit. And we're going to listen to this.
Okay. Like 8 abortions in total.
I was messing with this dude, and I told him I could not have kids. So he wanted to test it out, but I was buying Plan Bs behind his back because he was cool to with, but he wasn't cool to have no baby by. We listen, but we don't judge.
I had 2 abortions this year. We
listen, but we don't judge.
He judging. He is judging.
He was like,
I don't care what they say.
Nasty ass women.
And these are younger women y'all running to. Yeah, y'all in trouble.
This don't start with them, man. This
is
what they have. This is what the generation before them have to present them with. These young boys can't do. It's nothing that they can do but to acquiesce at the age that they're at. And it's because they haven't been rigored into finding wives. They're being led on their own to be able to get as much pussy as possible. And that's where the discussion, it's just disgusting right now. This is why when you really look at what we have right now, and I'm talking about the younger women, they're not too much far away from the women that's in their 50s and 60s right now when it comes down to the mindset. That's what's fucked up about it. There's nothing we can sit back and compare our generation with theirs and say that our generation was better. Our generation was because of their generation. And that's the sad truth.
JT, let me ask you a question, man. Usually when guys get older, they put away childish ways. They get a little wisdom on them. They school the young guys, hey man, don't do that. How come the women don't school the young girls on how to be better women? I don't ever see that. Why do you think that is?
They don't have the capacity. The majority of women don't have the capacity that we see right now, and it's because they don't have the guidance. There's no fear of shame. There's no fear of what would my parents think of me if they found out that I did this. They can say whatever it is that they want to say in front of adults. They can act the way that they want to. When we see it right now, we're in an era right now where the first thing we see on a woman is her ass. We are not even privy to see her real natural hair. We're not even privy to see her real natural face. All we see is camel toes and out of shape asses now. We don't even give a fuck how it looks anymore, right? And the thing is that where we are at right now is gonna keep ruining each generation right now, because if we don't, we gotta wage war, right? And I'm talking about we have to wage mental war. We gotta wage that shit. We have to be at a point where if we want a change, we have to actually spark that. We got to spark that change. And that's just not our generation. That's bullshit when motherfuckers sit back and say that the other generation, the generation before us, they have all the autonomy. No, it's not. It's the parents that does. It's the parents. And think about this. I was looking at some shit in the 90s, in the 70s, and specifically the 70s, because that was it was a big change in the 70s. And it was when you start seeing the glorification of pimping. It was in the 70s. They glorified pimping, but it was always a divide with the men. There were men that were still saying, the worst person that you can ever be around is a pimp. They were telling women that, right? And so you would have the pimps. They used to label dudes that were family men that were married. You know what they used to label them, right? Squares.
Yeah.
Squares. And it's because what a square is actually a good thing. He keeps things balanced. A pimp was like a devil. They would get all of your youngest and most vulnerable to come to them. And it wasn't just because they were young. It's because they didn't find what their family and the traditions that their family was, that they didn't find value in it. That's why back in the 70s, when you seen a woman that was out there on the streets and shit like that, she pretty much didn't even go around her family. They didn't even know what the fuck she was doing. And she was hoeing, and she was on drugs, and she was drinking, and she stayed the fuck away, even from her own kids. Why? Because she'd be talking to her parents, and she probably came from a decent household, but her parents used to tell her, you keep that shit away from us. And you keep that, and they would take parents used to take their kids. This is how grandma ended up being on her own, because it used to be grandma and granddaddy. Granddaddy was the one that said, no, I take the kids. You go out there and get yourself together. And don't you come back around here until you get yourself together. But then dad was leaving, whether he died or they were getting divorces and shit like that. Then it just ended up being mama. And what was mama doing? She didn't have any foundations, because the thing is that naturally women have a problem with boundaries. they would let their kids be all over, just stepping over the fucking line all the fucking time. Why? Because the mothers were the ones that were saying that, well, that's still my baby. And we just got to understand her and all that shit. When father, he actually had more understanding, but he also had to get that kid to understand you just can't do whatever the fuck you want to do here. Especially with his daughters, because the last thing a man want to do is oust his daughter. But he is not going to allow his kids, daughter or son, to come over and start stepping over the fucking line. I bet not see it. Like we used to be able to see when our kids hung around other kids, like teenagers, that didn't mean them no good. All we had to do was just look and be like, why are you hanging around that boy right there? Daddies used to be like that. I don't want you hanging around. I don't want that boy in my house. Don't you ever bring that boy around me again. Well, Dad, you don't know, who he is. You just making a judgment. Yes. Yes. But once they started bashing men, shaming men, because we had standards, guess what happened after one generation to the next? Because mama was saving them niggas. Them young baby boomers are paying. Them motherfuckers wasn't, they were acting like the motherfuckers in my age group. I'm talking about the ones that was closer to me. Right there on the cusp. Those motherfuckers end up being the drug addicts. Those being the motherfuckers that was the thugs. Those were the motherfuckers they just did not want to do right. And they ended up getting a reflection of them. This is where baby mamas came in. They was getting women that had very low standards. Them hoes. And in the 70s, they had them type of women. They were hoes and they knew it. And they started out being baby mamas. She'd have a kid from every nigga in the neighborhood. And her ambitions left. And then her kids grew up real fast. We already know. You got kids, you know how fast these motherfuckers grow up. And you still on your same bullshit. And you're parenting on your own same bullshit. How do we think this shit was never going to get to this? Where you got a young lady on there on social media talking about her sex escapades with the man that she's with and talking about having multiple dudes putting their trash in her. That shit is trash. You know goddamn well she had at least a tract infection. You knew if at least she's experienced chlamydia before. You know she did. That pussy, it smell like hot fucking garbage, bro.
And let me say this. Let me get these super chats, then I'll say what I got to say. Prince Antoine said 3 words. We are fucked. He came back again with another $10 super chat. Thank you, man. He said one reason why older women don't talk to younger women about the shenanigans, but older women are competing against the younger women for the same men. That is a fact.
Exactly, that's a fact.
Our Payne with a $5 super sticker, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Now I want to say this. When it comes to the situation that you were just talking about, JT, women today, the mothers, well, the question was asked why moms are not teaching their daughters. I believe, and we're going to clip this one. I believe that mothers encourage their daughters to encourage bad behavior with their daughters. I think they encourage abortions. They encourage the different boys and dating different men and go out and get what you can get from a man. They encourage it. And I think that the reason that they can't give be an influence or give any good advice is because older whores who don't believe that they're whores are delusional, thinking that what they're doing is okay. It can't tell the younger whore that what she's doing is wrong. The older whore that don't think she's doing any wrong can't tell the younger whore that she's doing wrong because they're doing the same thing. And just like the super chat just said from Antoine, is that they are competing for the same men. Older women want younger men. So say, for instance, for example, you have a 60-year-old woman that has a 40-year-old daughter, and a young man comes over, and that man is everything that daughter wants and everything that the mama wants, you probably will have an issue in today's world that we're living in today. Right? How many videos have we seen? I remember the video. Did y'all remember the video that went viral a couple of years ago where the daughter came home from work and caught the mom having sex with her boyfriend? The mom moved in with him. Yeah. And the mom moved in with them, and she came home, and the boyfriend was having sex with the mama. Yeah. And what did the mama say? You ain't fucking him. You ain't giving him what he need. So when you ain't here, I'm giving him what he need. And she said, you can stop all that cussing because I'm still your mama. Your man got needs. You weren't giving him what he need. I got tired of hearing this man begging you for what he need, and I gave it to him. She said, now what you going to do about it?
But you know, the messed up part about it is the mama probably the same one told, don't take no mess off no man.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why it's very important that if men, we have to be, and I'm just, the more I keep thinking about it, these young men have to be more responsible with who they're having sex with. You just can't do it anymore. It's been proven that the absence of principle is the absence of men. And I don't want to say real men because that's what I'm saying. My whole thing with talking to my daughters is bring them niggas around me, and I tell you if that motherfucker ain't, if he ain't shit, if he has no interest in you, I'm telling you, I would know. Don't try to do this shit on your fucking own. That's the most important thing that they need to know, because your mama can't give you. She is not equipped to be able to guide you. Every once in a while, she can give you some good advice, but you can't tell the difference because she treats her advice as if all of it is factual. So she does not have the ability to delineate when she's giving, and you would not have the ability to prove that she's right unless you go through it. And let me tell you what a lot of women, I'm gonna let you cook, BMU, what a lot of women end up doing. They take advice from their mama, they get older, and they find out their mama was on some bullshit.
Come on.
What happens is that they don't tell the mama that I would never listen to your ass again until the mama pissed them off. And when the mama pissed them off, they get into an argument.
I agree.
That's when the shit comes out.
I agree.
That's when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot different with us as fathers, because what happens with us is that it's crazy when they do the opposite of what we tell them, and then the shit shows that what we was telling them was right all along. They would come with their hand in their hat and say, Dad, you were right. You know why? Because we're not telling them some shit that's not detrimental to their, to their growth. What we telling them is that if you do it, this shit is liable to ruin you. One of the things that we do understand is that women that don't have the covering of a man, once they get that covering, they don't want it to be where they don't have it anymore, right? So that's what makes them to conform. But what happens is that nowadays they're too fucking old. You can't wait until what Lost was just saying. You done drug your pussy all up and down the goddamn street, and now you want me to come and fix that bullshit. That experience that you got is experience that's going to cause trauma to you. You should never be a woman that's experiencing a whole bunch of fucking men fucking on you, and the only thing you got out of all those relationships was what? Trauma. Niggas ain't shit.
Yep.
They can go from one story to the next. I was fucking around with this dude. We had a long relationship, and a long relationship now is 12 months.
12 months, yeah.
Come to find out, this man not only was fucking a whole bunch of other women, but he was fucking my girl. Shit like that. Like, you could have figured that shit out had you would have waited. Had you would have been more, and you would have been more reserved. You would have commanded. Let me tell you one thing that women can do, and they ain't even got to say too much. Hold the pussy. Hold the pussy. Just be in a relationship with him and the man out here, and you never put yourself in a position where this motherfucker can go out there and start finger banging you and all that. and hold it. And he'll be like, what's going on? And he'll come and complain to you. We ain't had sex. We've been meeting. We've been knowing each other for 6 months. You ain't out here doing nothing. The only thing she have to do is say, yeah, that's because you ain't showing me that you're committed to me, man. What he gonna say after that?
He gonna have respect.
He's gotta do something. Fuck what he's saying. He gotta do something. So if he leave you, he just did you a fucking favor. But they try to act like they have to give the pussy up because if not, then this nigga is gonna leave me or fuck somebody else. Yes. If that happens, then he just gave you a great out. If that end up happening, and guess what you got to do? You ain't even got to, this is how dope it is to be a woman. You ain't even got to be upset, mad, or cry. You just leave them the fuck alone and go silent.
Facts.
That's
JT, you just cook with, boy. I'm going to let everybody else cook too, but man, you just said a mouthful, bro. Don't drag it down the street and then expect somebody else to come trying to fix you after you done had that thing beat up, scarred up, bruised up, and you want somebody to come and save you. What's wrong with a woman saying, I want to get to know this guy before I give myself away? Why does it take you to have 25 bodies, right? Because my grandfather and my uncles, who were not very good men, they were whores. Yep. But one of the things I learned from them is even when he talked about body count, my uncle said, no matter how honest a woman is, for every one man she tell you she been with, times it 3. If she tell you 20, it's 1, 3, 3. Count them up. He said, for every one man she tell you, it's 3 more. Yep. Because she don't want to suffer the embarrassment of letting you know that she gave that thing away. He said, this is all women. They're not ever going to tell you what their true number is, but if they do tell you a number, times it by 3 per body. And I think that a lot of women give their bodies away their whole life. Their mamas ain't giving them no advice. Even if we go biblically lost, the Bible says it is for the elder women to teach the younger women not to be drunken with wine and how to facilitate their bodies. Mm-hmm. So the older women are not telling their daughters that. The older women tell them, get what you can get. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. Use that pussy while you got it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right? And they're teaching them that. And then now the mama, I can't understand how a mama can know that she was a whore and see her daughter going down the same road and won't put up a roadblock to stop it and try to give her any advice. She will allow her daughter to go through the same trauma with men that she went through, and she will not even help her own child. Yep. You don't love your child. There's no love if you're not able to stand in front of your baby and say, baby girl, you're beautiful. You don't have to open your legs for all these dudes. How many mamas are not asking their daughter, how many times have you had sex? Who are you having sex with? What kind of man are you having sex with? What are you doing? Why are you living with this nigga? Why is this nigga living off of you? Why is this nigga? No, the mamas are not standing up. The mamas are not there no more. I remember a time, let me say this and let y'all cook. I remember a time I brought a girl home to meet my grandmother and my grandfather, my mama and them. My grandma and my grandfather, because I really wanted them because they was married for 58 years at the time. And I walked through the door and my grandfather straightforward, we don't have this no more. My grandfather looked me in my face. He said, come here, boy. He said, let me tell you what's going to happen with that right there. I said, yes, sir. He said, that's going to turn from sugar to shit real quick. That's what he told me. And guess what? He was not lying. She was trash. Trash. And I was like, damn, man. And you know what? I went on with the relationship a little bit longer, and I had to suffer with this female when I could have listened initially to what my grandfather said and been and saved myself a whole bunch of time. But he looked at her, he knew that she was a whore. And I had to find out later she was one. The girl served more niggas pussy than McDonald's served burgers. You see? But if I would listen to my grandfather, it's like he had a sixth sense. He's like he could smell a hoe on her. Come here.
She smell like whore. Do I smell a whore?
And so now, what are we teaching? And I'm gonna say this, and then we can open this conversation up. I got some more videos here if we get to them. But what are we teaching young men today? What are we going to teach them? What are we going to tell them in the time that we're living in right now? Where I would Dr. Who's to be on our network? Name his name, Dr.
Harambe.
Dr. Harambe.
Yeah,
Dr. Harambe.
Yeah, what did he say last time we had a show with him before he had to go
Dr.
do the
Kumbe.
FBI thing? I'm gonna have to reach out to him and see how he's doing about it.
Yeah,
Dr. Kumbe, right? He said it. He said, I am talking to young women in my office every day. With my PhD, I'm sitting down talking to young women today. Statistically, young ladies between the age of 11 and 14 have already slept with 5 people. Watch this now. Watch this. Listen. 5 people. And the little girls who are having sex, they're all recycling the same little boy because all those girls have a crush on the same boy.
Yeah.
So this young man, so that's why we can't say, what about the men? You can say what about the men, but you got to concentrate on what the woman wants. And that's what's happening right now. That's why I said you were never her first choice. These women will go out and have sex with everybody else that they want, that looks good, gives the persona. He's athletic. He got good dick. He's tall. He's handsome. My mom may like how he looks. I like how he looks. I can show him off. He's a good man. And then he done ran through you, dogged you out, robbed you blind, took your money. Then you move to the next nigga. He do the same thing. Your mama sitting over in the corner. Your daddy, and he probably just over here doing his own thing. Nobody's telling you, slow down. What did NDRE say? Slow down, baby. You're moving too fast. You got your hand in the air with your feet on the gas. You're going to wreck your future running from the past. You need to slow down. NDRE said that the great prophet, NDRE said that a lot of women are doing that.
Yeah.
They are giving themselves away. The mamas are not helping them. And they're just giving it away. And guess what happens? What go back to what Law said. They're eventually going to come to someone that they really love.
Yep.
And they're going to offer them nothing. Let me tell you something. A lady at my church did a group thing with the young ladies. And she drew a circle. And she put the lines in it like a pie. And this is what she said. She said, young ladies, I'm going to put a representation of every man that you may sleep with. And we're going to just give them a name. And she said, Ron, Jacob, Jim, Nicholas, Joseph. Went all the way around. The pie had 10 slices. She left one piece of pie open with no name on it. She said, this is the pie that's good enough to give a man. If you wait, then give it to the right man. She said, but if you give a slice of this pie to 9 other men, when you meet the man you want, all you got to offer him is 1 slice.
Yeah.
That's it. All the other men then got what they want out your woman, and your woman's walking around with a soul tie of a man that she thought was good for her. That's why I said, in the title, you were never her first choice.
Yeah.
The secondary man will get married. The primary man she wants is going to give her the trauma, but the man that the man that she will settle for will give her the love.
Well, she ain't selling it no more. He's selling it for her. That man is the man that she can afford because he's at the time is giving her the attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Until she starts to talk to him. And once he starts to understand, wait a minute, you was fucking around with jailbirds and you was fucking around with a nigga that took that pussy and slutted you out, and you told me you gave these men, if you listen to them, they're gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
You gave all your slices of pies to these niggas. Now you got this one little piece of pie, and you want me to resuscitate this shit. And on top of that, you want me to give you everything that I've earned in my life and give you 50% of that. On top of being nice and all this shit to you. I think I'm gonna go another route, baby.
So can we say nice guys finish last then? Can we honestly say that?
Only idiots finish last.
Because according to Uncle Jeff last week, he said nice guys don't finish last, they finish least. But he said you definitely not gonna fuck first.
Yeah, well, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, the whole thing is what JT just said. I mean, it's all true. But it's if you had that conversation after you're married, it's devastating. If you have that kind of conversation you just said before you're married, then you're making a conscious choice one way or the other.
Yes.
It makes all the difference in the world. And most men, unfortunately, with the scarcity mindset, don't walk away from the women they should.
Yeah.
BMU, what was the thing last year, man? The T app, and all them women got on there bragging about how the men ain't shit. When really they was really telling them,
be right back, fellas.
You're the one that's sleeping with the ain't shit dudes, and y'all are comparing notes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all really don't want what y'all say y'all want.
No,
y'all don't.
Because if you want what you want, and Steve Harvey, I'm not really a big fan of Steve, but Steve Harvey said his mama told him. He said when he was young, he was saving up for a car. And he said, Mama, I can't wait to get the car. Can't wait to get the car. He said, God gonna bless me with a car. She said, God not gonna bless you with no car. He said, Mama, why would you say that? She said, because you ain't prepared yourself for a new car because the old one's still sitting in the driveway with cinder blocks under it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, ladies. If you're not preparing yourself for a good man, if you keep using yourself and giving your body away, and you're not preparing for a man if you keep having sex or you keep doing, just think about some women out here who have had sex 2 weeks before they hook up with the man that they really want to be with, or had sex the night before, or had sex the month before, or had sex 6 months before. Have you really prepared yourself for a man you really want to be with? If you giving up your body to another man, and you really tying yourself, spiritually to another man, and then you start taking on these men's characteristics and you start becoming violent, you start becoming aggressive, you start doing things that you wouldn't normally do, and you can't even give yourself a description of what you're going through because you have tied yourself to so many men who had the inability to do what it is they needed to do for you as a man. And now you have to go search for a man that can be your everything. That man that you meet that loves you is going to have to be your daddy. He's going to have to be your husband. He's going to have to be your best friend. He's going to have to be your lawyer. He's going to have to do everything he can to help you prepare for something that your mama failed at, your daddy failed at, your relatives around you failed at. And it's amazing how many, I'm telling you, y'all, it's amazing how many women out here whose families just fail them. And then when they fail, they try to help them after they fail instead of trying to help them from what they went through. It's crazy. Let me get these super chats y'all can cook. We got Curtis Moore in 1991, $4.99 super chat. Thank you, brother. He said 12 people watch, only 8 likes. That was a few minutes ago. Thank you so much. He said hit the like button on the way in, you guys. I appreciate that, man. We got Prince Antoine in here again with another $20 super chat. Thank you, brother. He said I explained to my daughters and nieces that they need to understand how much power they have between their legs. They were shocked, and I told them that, but realized what I was saying when they got older. All right. Let's see here. Okay, I think that's all the super chats right there. We got Inevitable will say women ain't never satisfied no matter how much you provide or what you do. All right, everybody in the chat preaching tonight too. He said, geez, Comic Hoarder 2109 says, geez, you guys spit some fire and made me realize some shit. Thank you guys. Absolutely, brother. That's why we here, man. It's Barbershop. Guys, listen, if you want to come up and you want to put your face into place, just turn your camera on, get in the quiet space, make sure everybody's behind you, set and seal, and hit that link and come on up, man. You're invited to come up and have a conversation with us tonight in the barbershop. But go ahead, Arpane or Lost in Translation. I don't think Lost was about to say something about what we were saying, man. It is really bad, man. It's really something that needs to be talked about more, or how we losing young black women because they have no guidance and it's just bad.
Well, here's the bad part about that, Black Man. Earlier they were talking about how they didn't have a father in their life to guide them or whatever. But if their program is men ain't shit, what make you think they're gonna listen to their daddy? It's hopeless.
Yeah.
At some point, we got to say, you got to take some agency of your own life. You can't wait for somebody to think for you. That's crazy. Nobody thinks for you on your job. Nobody thinks for you when you're at school. when you taking your test to get your degrees and your PhDs. So why all of a sudden somebody got to teach you how to learn how to have a man and how to have a family? I think it's bogus, and we need to call it out, man.
Yeah.
There's too many people tap dancing around the issue, calling women out on this shit. And I think that's a problem. They act like they scared of women ain't finna get them no ass because they won't listen to them.
That's
and
what
I'm
I
like,
said.
why are you scared?
That's
you
it.
know what I'm saying? You wasn't getting no way. So
That's
you might
it.
as well damn speak
That's
the damn
it.
truth and stand on your damn business.
Yeah, that's what we said
You
last
see
week.
what I'm saying? That's why I don't understand why these guys just won't come out and tell them, hey, you ain't shit to your face and be done with it. You weren't finna give it to me anyway. So I might as well gonna let you know how I feel about it. You know, and stop blaming your daddy on your inability to make good decisions. That's your mind, your life, and your decisions that you make. You need to stand on it. My whole thing is I can't be around nobody who don't take agency for their own mistakes. You see what I'm saying?
And let me
I
add
can't
something
deal
to
with them.
Let me add to some
can't
what
deal
you
with
said. You right, Lost. That if the daddy's not in the home, think about this. If the daddy's not in the home, you're blaming the ghost when the body is there. Right. So if your daddy not there, what is your mama doing? I'm telling you, bro, we get this Tupac syndrome, is what I call it. Tupac syndrome, right? Because how many times in songs did Tupac talk about his daddy? I couldn't feel for a stranger. But he said my mom was a crackhead and left me and my sister by ourselves, and she's a queen. It's the Tupac syndrome. These women are not going to hold their mothers accountable because they feel like they always have the line in the black home. What is it? My mama did the best she could with what she had. No, your mother was a whore, and she see you becoming a whore just like her, because we do understand scientifically now that behaviors can be transferred from the mother to the child. This is a fact.
That's called epigenetics.
Epigenetics. There we go. And it can be passed from the mother to the child. So if your mama was a whore and had several men and bringing men in and out the house, you don't think the daughter would be that way? You don't think the daughter would turn out that way? If you was promiscuous, you don't think your daughter gonna be promiscuous? Especially if you're not standing in the way of that. You know how many mamas, I'm sitting there, oh Lord have mercy, help me. I'm sitting here watching these young girls who buying these fucking clothes. If you see these 15, 16-year-old girls dressing like they 30 years old going to the club, who buying these clothes, these leather skirts, these little ass net fucking short skirts and they ass and titties out? They mamas. And then they mamas, I got a girl, I know a girl I work with right now that said this before a long time ago. I just couldn't believe it. She said, it doesn't matter. I said, I think they was watching a TikTok video. So I said, I don't think that's appropriate for a child to be wearing that shit. She said, it's not about what the child wear. Men need to just have self-control.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's that bullshit.
The other day, me and baby sitting in the car. She said a little white girl walked in the store. My baby say, baby. She said, I don't think I'll let our daughter wear no shorts like that. I said, yeah. I said, you're right. Me either. And as soon as she said that, a big old black man about 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", standing in the store, little old girl, she's about 7 or 8. But she had you can see that she's going to be, her body, I don't even want to say it because it made me throw up. But you could tell that in those shorts, how this, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the black man did just like this. Big old 40-year-old man looking dead at that ass, and that girl's probably 7, 8 years old.
What the fuck?
I'm telling. If you my thing is this: if I'm a fat man in a house, and you know I'm alert, and you know I love Twix, and I'm trying to lose weight, why the fuck would you go buy the family pack of Twix and leave them on the counter? If you got a man who loved little girls and he's a pedo, you don't think that you enticing him with little old shorts on and looking all sick like you want your 7-year-old, 8-year-old enticing grown men, but by what they have on, these girls are not built the same. Back in the day, them little 7, 8-year-old girls with little sticks, little fucking matchsticks. Now they little Serenas walk around this motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you something. Let me give you a prime example. My daughter, my baby. I should pull this picture off the wall, but I don't want to expose my baby. My baby played volleyball. And my baby is thickums. My baby is a thick one. And my baby came out, they say, woo, the Dragons, the volleyball team. And that's her first game. She ran out in them shorts. I said, I said, oh, hell no. I mean, it was poured all the way up in the crotch, ass out.
No. That shit don't make you feel good at all.
No, I said, I said, come here. I said, go put some sweatpants on. She said, Dad, that's not the uniform. I said, well, y'all need to change uniforms. I need to start using some more shorts. Because you don't think those male coaches are looking at that ass? Get the fuck out of here. Them girls on that team are all built just like my daughter. And you don't think when they fall on the floor and that ass is going over here and over there, them coaches are not looking, the male coaches are not looking, those teachers are not looking at them in school. Stop this, man.
No, it's definitely, look, that's one of the biggest things is those faculties. Now I was just looking at that.
Thank you for the $5 super chat. Our brain said Twix told me 50.
That's hell. That's hell.
But the faculty, that's one of the things where I'm like, you have, when you have men around young women like that and young girls, whether it's elementary school or whatever, man, we talking 8 hours being around a bunch of damn high school, junior high, and elementary. You got some sick motherfuckers on these faculties, bro.
Shit.
Hey, it turns out the women are sicker than the men.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
Some sick folks. That's why I said some sick folks.
Because you remember what I told you about my son, right? Remember I told you my son teacher? Shout out to, my son. When Jabbar was in class and Jabbar went over there to the teacher and he hugged the teacher. Dad, I can't wait till you meet her. I said, damn, he's super excited. He passed the class. Let me see what's. I walked in, I said, shit, I see why he passing.
But
said,
this
God damn. And when I seen, I said, and she had this little fitted little dress on, body is on point, booty, she up top was good, and my son just hugging her. And I'm looking at her like, Lord, this what these boys look at every day?
So, people just been, especially the Black community, they've been struggling with this shit, man. On the whole thing of these women, these older women having sex with these younger boys, right? And what I think the problem is people think it does not ruin them. Let me tell you what it make them turn out to be. Simps. It make them, because what happens is that being that young, being with someone and they show you that type of affection that you've never experienced, it'll get a motherfucker to fall in love. And then when she moves forward and she moves on and say, well, we can't do this anymore, it ruins him, right? Because she don't know what she just did to that young man. That motherfucker is in love with your ass.
Yes.
And what happens is it gets him to start moving a different way. It gets him to start, it turns him into, like I said, it turned him into a simp. Because once he see it again, it's easy for women to be able to penetrate, it's to penetrate his foundation, right?
Right.
This is why you got men that, to show their affection to women, they think that they immediately has to give money. They have to be able to do things that they can't even afford. And then when a woman rejects them again, this is what turns them into, being, they possibly they can be very aggressive towards women, right? They can be, it's a lot of things that happens to them. It just depends on the type of man, but it ruins them. It ruins them. So that's one of the things that happens.
A lot of things are true too, JT, what you're just saying. But the biggest mistake all these school teachers make, the female ones, that there's no freaking way that a boy who bangs out the baddest teacher can keep that shit a secret.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
You're not going to be able to do it.
He can't do it. He just can't do it. I mean, I think it's a learned skill to be able not to kiss and tell. But you fool around with a 17, 16-year-old guy, everybody in the school wants to bang you, everybody on the football team and everything, and she gave it to this guy, It ain't no way he's not telling the football team or somebody else. And that's how they get caught. That's how they get caught. And the guy is ruined. I mean, he's ruined for, it's not the same thing as a pedophile male teacher and a little girl. There's a different dynamic. There absolutely is a different dynamic. That's why a lot of them used to get off. But, he's not completely ruined. I mean, little boys got to get straight, but they usually recover from an older woman giving them some ass. But I can't say the same thing from a young girl at 14 or 13 and the teacher doing that. They really need therapy.
Yeah.
And here's the thing,
they're both equally bad, but men are different. But here's another reason why men are different than women. Young boy, even when they're young.
Here's the thing I think a lot of people don't understand is that when an older woman turns a young man out like that, what you don't realize is that you turn that young man into a whoremonger because he's not going to stop. You see what I'm saying? He's not going to stop. He's going to sleep with somebody else's daughter. The whole neighborhood. Now he know what he's doing. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And now that all the rest of the fellas teasing his head up saying, "Oh, you the man now." Yeah. And it becomes a competition. You see what I'm saying? It creates an environment for guys to be knocking it out the park. You see what I'm saying? And what happens is he get ruined. He ain't finna sit down with no one woman where he can have any woman he wants and gets cheered along the way for doing it too. No, he ain't gonna stop. You see what I'm saying? And that's the part of the issue that women understand. They create the monsters that they're afraid of. Right? That's what Ultron said. Ultron said we create the monsters that we're afraid of. But women, you created this monster, and now you want to complain about it.
So remember that movie when the teacher banged out the young boy and then got him to kill her husband?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about that movie. Yeah.
And I got a super chat here because I know y'all remember her. Remember Mary Kay Latuno? How you? I can't pronounce her last name. When she had the kid, and then when she got out of jail, she married him.
Yeah, that's right. They had a baby.
Yeah, right? She sure did. All right, so I want to play this video.
She died of cancer.
Yeah, she did. I want to play this video, for y'all, because I think that this says a lot too about what Arpain was saying a few minutes ago, and JT, when they say like niggas ain't shit. Like somebody mama raised this woman right here. Listen to this.
I treat the fucking niggas the way that I treat them. Because most of them are fucking average. Most of them do whatever they can to get by. They go fucking jerk off. They ain't celibate. They can't fucking stop their fucking body because they're not in fucking control. So they just any fucking female that they fucking see, they fuck like a fucking bird to them. They have no fucking true discipline. They have no fucking true goals. They don't want to fucking own a business. They don't want to be a fucking boss, but they want me to call them daddy. They want me to worship them. They want me to be submissive, but they won't have their own fucking shit. How can I call you daddy when you at a job looking up to another man? Another man paying your fucking rent. How can I fucking look up to you? How can I fucking look up to you when we're playing, where I'm half bill, give me the half of the bill, and I'll do this and that. I can't fucking look at you like a man when I gotta give you half of the fucking bill. When I gotta look at you, you have no fucking money. You with me, you have no fucking money. You can't pay for my fucking nails, but you want your fucking initial on my nails. You ain't giving me shit. You ain't doing nothing for me. You just see a pretty girl and you go fucking bonkers. And you're fucking desperate. You won't do nothing to save your fucking life. Most of these niggas is the same. It's very rare do you find another nigga who's on his own path who can be fucking alone. We're gonna talk about that shit.
Why should he? She ain't shit.
She ain't
shit. I'm just gonna be straight up. She ain't shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it like I said. You got a foul mouth. You know what I'm saying? All you hang around is ain't shit dudes, and you complain about why he ain't doing nothing for you. Ma'am, he ain't shit because you ain't shit. You settled for ain't shit dudes. So why you complaining? And get on the internet and let everybody know how stupid she is.
Yep. She gave her whole resume. She gave her whole resume. That's the thing that I'm saying when I say, just let them talk. They're going to tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Everything you need to know. She said most of these niggas. So my whole thing would be, so you was fucking a lot of niggas.
Just telling on yourself.
You telling on yourself. Get my initials on your nails. Oh yeah, you experienced that. They want to be with you, but they ain't got no money. What you doing with them? You telling us everything we need to know about you. And what you just told us, stay the fuck away from me. And it's crazy because women think this is their out now. When they did that and gave all the shit to a dude or a bunch of dudes, and that pussy dragging, they ain't dragging that pussy to a man. They dragging it to another woman. And they think that because that woman like what they saying tonight, that shit is gonna work. It don't work. Now you want to go gay? It makes no sense because you don't. This is what it tells us as men. Those women are uncovered, bro.
Wow.
The chances of you having a long-lasting relationship with that type of a woman is slim to none. So don't waste your time there. Don't waste your time over that way. That's entertainment for us. She's sitting on, and I'm talking about she was pouring out that shit. She was experiencing that shit. That's real shit that we just experienced right there. When we saw that, oh yeah, she just got into it with somebody. And she didn't had enough of it. I remember young, dating women, and I heard a woman say this to me. I'm tired of fucking with niggas like you. I'm never going to accept that shit no more. Y'all always want to take advantage of me. Y'all, who the fuck? And I had to look back like, who else was dating you with me? She told me everything I needed to know about her. You had too many dicks.
JT, you know what you should have told her? Do something about it.
No, this is what I told her. This is what I told her, dog. And this is some real shit. I did like this. I said,
do something about it.
Oh, you just fell out.
Curtis Moore, thank you, man. He said,
that's what I told her.
On somebody's couch.
Ghost.
That's what I told her. I said,
now, I got one more for y'all too. Check this out. This lady right here. Now y'all gonna hear somebody, so you're not gonna see the video moving. It's not frozen. It's just someone narrating. So I want you to hear the narrator first, which is she's on the man's side, and then I want you to hear the video of the woman just actually talking about her fiance. Listen to this.
Giving it up to everybody else out there, just giving it up for free. But you get a fiance, and now your fiance have to wait after you've been ran through, and you're gonna say, yeah, my fiance should wait because he respects my boundaries. The boundaries that you did not have before you met your fiance.
So you gonna give it up to all the other men, but you gonna make your fiance wait? Yes.
Why you think he my fiance? Because he doesn't guilt trip me. He doesn't cross my boundaries. He has self-control.
This is fucking crazy. This is crazy. And they want men to just accept this bullshit.
All right. What's your thoughts, guys?
She got a pet husband. She got a pet husband, man.
Yep.
Yeah, she got a guy, man. Yeah, this guy's an asshole. You know, I mean, like I said, we had this kind of little conversation earlier. You know, if this guy, first of all, if this guy's ignorant to the fact that she was a hoe before, that's one discretion. I mean, transgression for him. But if he knew the way she was and he's accepting this bullshit from her, he's lost. He's absolutely lost. He's not going to ever regain. If they ever got married, he's going to be upside down for the whole marriage. He's going to be upside down for the whole marriage. I mean, like I said, you know, if she had a past, it'd be. I would say it would be better for her to tell him, listen, I had a past. I fucked like crazy. I just want to kind of slow it down so I get my head together to know if you're the right one. Can you accept that? Give him the chance. Give him the opportunity to say, you know what, I'll be your Huckleberry. And if he says no, move on. If he says yes, then he deserves what he gets. But at least it's all honest. And now she's on the internet telling everybody how much of an asshole he is. Yeah. Right? He's this, he's that. You know, I fucked everybody else, but now he's waiting on me like Like she didn't drag her pussy through the street like this.
Yeah, that's great. He ain't gonna never live that damn boy.
You know, she was him to fucking repair it. You know, put up on a pedestal and pet it like it's a, get out of here.
That pussy got road rash.
I gotta put my Neosporin on that motherfucker.
Some galls.
So they think this is what it messes women up on. Like when they do shit like that. So let's say that what she's saying, because women are liars, man. Oh my God, they lie so much.
Yeah,
but let's assume that this is true. That he knows now, and and she looked like she was fairly attractive. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing. We don't tell them a lot of times that I'm gonna get what I need to get as long as it as we kicking it. What happens is that things make sense until they don't, right? So in relationships, a lot of the past, and especially when you tell your man about how you was moving in the past, once he starts to experience you and he starts to experience the negativity that you have on your side, it starts to highlight the information that he had about your past. And the longer he's with you, the more he's getting himself together to leave your ass. The reason why a lot of women don't know these things and they say, this nigga just all of a sudden just left me, or he just all of a sudden just started. No, it was the information that you gave him. He started to put those together with his experience with you, which made him say, I ain't got no business being with this woman. And at some point in his life, he's going to say, hey, I need to move forward. And it ain't going to be just because nothing happened. It's going to be because y'all had a negative interaction. And the more frequent that negative interaction gets, the more he starts to think, I got to get the fuck on because this shit is not conducive to our growth. And I'm wasting my fucking time with her. One of the reasons is because there's still a bunch of fine ass fucking women walking this earth. And guess what he does? He goes out and he sees these women. It's even more of a motivation when he starts to have interaction with these fine ass women that have better attributes than you. And he sees that when I come home, it's more and more negative. So at some point, and I'm just saying this is for the dudes that got courage, he eventually will pull that trigger and say, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. And then she's stuck. And the only thing that she wants, especially if he leaves, because she did not initiate it, what does she do? She tries to get him back. Right? And the only way she can run down there and get him back is to try to convince him to let's get our relationship back on track. And she say a bunch of bullshit to him. Right? So, because the only thing she want to do is get back with him so she can break up with his ass. But when that nigga don't allow that shit, she's bitter and she's making motherfucking TikTok videos like that woman that we just saw. Not the one before the light-skinned chick. But that whole thing where somebody asked me, you gave all this to all these other men and now you want your fiance to do more. And she did this whole, yes. No, that shit is bullshit.
Yep.
That's bullshit because once you start talking to that man, the thing is that he may not even react at the beginning. He just listen to what you're saying. And he's like, damn.
Now, you know what? Check this out.
No, really. I think that a lot of times women will respect a man that's outside of their relationship before they respect the guy that they with.
Why do you think
What?
that?
You know what?
100%.
I can't. I'm not going to push
100%.
against that. What I actually will do is add to that. When JT and I first got back together, I had like a roster of dudes, right?
Damn,
Bookie,
Don't break that up.
Had like a lot.
But I love you.
People that I have been, talking to and whatnot. And when we went to the restaurant with my friends for my birthday, a guy that I had been texting with or whatever texted me like, "Hey, I just saw you walk in. Come here." And I looked at JT and I looked at my phone and I looked at JT and I said, I walked in here with this man. I'm not about to get up and go to another man's table and speak to them and whatnot. Yeah. That's embarrassing. That was the first time I respected a man like that.
Oh, wow.
So you saying that a lot of women are with men that they don't respect, I agree with you on that, because even being in relationships before that, I never cared to respect no man because I knew they wasn't my forever mate. I didn't care about, you don't like when I do this? Boy, I don't give a fuck.
A lot of girls wind up getting into a relationship with a guy that they settled for. It's not even the guy that they want.
That part.
I think.
I think so. This is where I kind of have a little bit of pushback for what he said, because it goes to what we was talking about before. A lot of times we just are in habit about some of the language that we use. That settle for shit is bullshit. Ain't nobody ever had that type of language where they talk about settle for. When a man marries you, you settle the fuck down. He gives you a place where you can have boundaries, protection. You can also have some type of sense of security. You get a space where you can actually, you can pretty much explore what love actually is. Not by somebody giving it to you, but by you giving it to your people. That's why I still think that marriage is more of a young person's game than an older folks' game. I think marriage should be, once you become a young adult and you get established, like where you want to go in life, then you both supposed to be able to explore that and have that journey. You can't, to be married at 50 years old, for what? You ain't trying to have no kids. You already basically in the community that you're in. You know how much you have to have, you have to change the way that you think about marriage to do that. I love you. I trust you. And you know what? I want us to be together forever. So this is why I'm going to marry you, because I want to really show you that this is dedication. This is real dedication right here, because I'm not trying to have no motherfucking kids at 50. And I don't want you, pretty much, unless you're a lot younger than me, I'm not trying to do that part of it. So that's why I look at marriage as being a young people's game. You're supposed to grow with each other. You're supposed to go through all the things that you go through by yourself. That first from 18 to 25, you get a chance to kind of date each other. By the time you're 25, this is when the courting starts to come. But the courting only comes with family, right? And it comes from the community that you both are attached to, because what you're doing is you're the vessels that are joining those communities together. In the wedding, don't they say that? Isn't that what the preacher tell them? He tell them that. We're gaining family members now. This is why they call it next to kin. But when you have somebody that's talking about not respecting men because of this and that, and they make it seem like these men generally are just horn dogs and they're bad guys. You're telling the young people, even the young men, the adolescents, you got the man not wanting to be a man. You got the girls not wanting to have a man. This is why you got so many of them sitting here talking about me and my best friend, we can just marry each other. Anytime you hear somebody saying some dumbass shit like I married myself, you know that they have no understanding of why you marry. That's the craziest part. So that's why, like, the last time we had a conversation, I'm gonna let you go, Arpain, but the last time we had a conversation about that whole thing about marriage, let me tell you something. I don't think anybody right now with the mindset that's given out here, she even be considering marriage until they take their ass over there and understand what marriage is all about. Community building is what it's about. And if you got anything other than that right there, then don't get married. If you talking about this romanticized type of bullshit, you setting yourself up for a disastrous divorce. And this is what we see right now. It's proven right to us.
Now, let me say this real quick, because we got 5 minutes left, and I want to play this video. Then I'm going to let you cook. RPM, we got 5 minutes left, or a hard 5 minutes. Pause. And so I want to play this real quick.
Pause, nigga.
Yeah, I said pause, nigga. But yeah, because I got to go unload this truck outside. Pause again. But I'm gonna play this real quick.
You're 5 minutes on pauses.
Hey, where was you at? Why wasn't you? You didn't answer your phone. I don't care what you got to say. Hey, where you at? Oh, traffic do be crazy at this time, for real. You hungry? Well, I made spaghetti, but if you want that, I can make that. We could just have double. Okay, baby, I'll see you soon. Love you. Can't wait to see you. That's why they like us.
The white girl. Just the last.
JT, talk. We got 5 minutes. No, we got 5 minutes. Go ahead, Hurricane. Go on.
The last chick before the white girl. Listen, she's just some ratchet ass chick, man, saying that she used to disrespect all the guys in her life until recently. Even that guy, I was just. She wasn't talking about you, was she, JT?
Hell no, I don't know that.
What he joking? Anyway, but the fact is she didn't get up and go over to some guy that she was banging when she's out with another dude, and she made that a thing. That tells you how ratchet she was before. Yeah. And if I was the guy, that I don't know if she let her boyfriend know, or she taking a text message from the motherfucker and even acknowledging that he was there is bad enough. But I wouldn't even like it if she didn't go over there. What the fuck? Now I'm in a room. You got 6 or 7 motherfuckers in there that you suck their dick. I'm not feeling that comfortable. That we're in the room. Even if you stay, I'm paying for this dinner, and they all looking at me. Man, look at this asshole paying for food while she was over here blowing me last night. What the fuck, man? Go ahead. I'll land it there.
No, yeah, he got a point. You when you walk into a room and all the men like,
yeah,
and you like, what they laughing at? Nigga, you doing all this dating this girl.
You would say,
yeah, you dating this girl and doing all this stuff that you think you need to do, and all I had to do was get her drunk, and she gave me all the pussy. All I had to do was tell her I wanted it. All I had to do was show up.
You said we only got a couple minutes. We ain't.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, go ahead, Lost.
No, but Lost. We ain't talking about Anton and Corey at all. That's amazing.
We're gonna say that for another day.
Yeah, we're gonna say that.
Or JP on the Pop the Balloon.
Yeah.
Or Drew.
Oh, that's
through the skies.
That was the ratchet Pop the Balloon, though.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, Lost.
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, man, all it takes, man, is Casamigos and Cheetos for these chicks today. I'm done, man.
All right, JT.
Don't believe these white heifers. They just these damn Western ass women they all are trash. Kindness has nothing to do with race. Has something to do with the character of a person. And a lot of these motherfuckers are just as goddamn ratchet and fucked up as the black women.
Forget it. Especially for white liberals, man. We see how they act.
All right,
man. Well, I appreciate y'all, man. We had a good show tonight, brother. And everybody that's watching, man, if you have not hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, subscribe button. Also hit the share button. Send it to 2 people you like, 1 person you don't. And we definitely will be back on Tuesday. And Tuesday, we're talking about what is a woman. And so we're going to have that conversation because it seems like all our Congress people, Democrats, can't answer that question. What is a woman? So we definitely going to talk about that Tuesday. We're going to definitely, if we could get one in, if JT wanted to do a show tomorrow about Corey and Antoine, I definitely would be a part of that. Yeah. If you want to do that tomorrow, brother, because we didn't cover that. But I appreciate you guys, man, and we'll talk about it, man. Just text me and let me know what you want to do.
Okay.
And we'll see you guys, man. We'll see you guys Tuesday. We
Most definitely.
out.
Take it easy.